A test event for her, as every competition is from here on in. She had a little bit of a rough time there, so she's here to prove herself once again to Marta. She must hit.
I tell you, she has got some really tremendous qualities, though. Has a certain spark to her gymnastics. Very powerful, very dynamic.
But at times, Tim gets a little bit hyper, a little bit ahead of herself. She has to slow down.
Marta Karolyi went as far to say that if she does what she's capable of doing, she'll be on the Olympic team. And that
hurts.
That is what the concerns have been. She's got the goods, talent-wise, tremendous, incredible skills, very, very powerful, but just doesn't knock the routine out of the park in the big competitions.
Alicia admitted to us that she was very nervous in Hawaii. And as Marta Karolyi said, when you fall, it's not okay. She needs athletes who can stick.
Now, you know, for the second half of that routine, she was a mess inside after falling off. Does she get points for recovering and getting through it, gutting it out?
Well, some from the judges, but not from that lady right there. Marta Karolyi, she has said the most critical thing, these girls need to be consistent. And that is not what she did. That is devastating right there. And that is the selection committee in total. On the left of the screen, Marta Karolyi, Ro Kreutzer, and the athlete representative, Larissa Fontaine.
And let's go to Andrea Joyce with a gold medal survivor of these grueling trips to the Olympics.
Al, I'm with Dominique Moceanu. Dom, whenever we talk to these young women, they all mention you and the other members of the 1996 Olympic team as the source of their inspiration. They watched you on TV and they said, that's what I want to do. I want to be an Olympian. What is it like for you to have that kind of impact?
It's very inspirational to me that we've made such an impact on gymnastics, and the fact that they're looking up to us and want us to, you know, help them hopefully accomplish their goals and dreams in this sport just as we did. You know, U.S. team took a little bit of a vacation in 2000, but they're strong.
The depth is here now. Now, you went through this whole process 8 years ago. I'm sure you have vivid memories of it. I can see you kind of cringing every now and then while you're watching. How much do you think is going on inside their heads right now? Can you take us inside their heads, the emotions?
I believe that everyone is extremely nervous right now. This is a very pressure's situation. I mean, the girls are really stressed right now, probably the most they've ever been. Everybody's watching. They're being evaluated every move they make. So
does it bring back memories?
Definitely brings back memories. I wish I was out there, but I definitely don't miss the day in and day out trainings.
And talk about the depth a little bit. Would you want to be on that selection committee?
What I want to be, that's a hard selection committee. And the procedure is going to be tough because we have such a great group of girls, a lot of personality, a lot of character, and a lot of strength.
Yeah, okay, thanks so much for joining us. Back to you, Al.
Andrea, Courtney Kupets wants to be one of those chosen women, and she continues to move around this Gaylord Entertainment Center with that scar for all to see, as if to remind us and herself what she's been through. And we'll tell you what that's been after this.
Dreams when I was little, I just wanted to have fun with it. Like, I didn't have really major goals. I just wanted to keep going to the next level.
What a time it was, and what a time it was, a time of innocence, a time of confidences.
Courtney Kupets' modest adolescent ambitions evolved into storybook success. She discovered gold on the uneven bars at the 2002 World Championships and grabbed first place overall at last year's Nationals. She looked for a repeat performance at the 2003 World Championships, but a cruel twist of fate suddenly changed everything.
I was on the takeoff of my pass at practice, and all of a sudden I just felt like the floor bottomed out or something. It was sort of like I didn't have a foot.
Courtney had torn her left Achilles tendon.
Even 20 years ago, after a ruptured Achilles, your career would be finished.
This is what happened. Okay, what do we do from here? We can't change anything. We just want to know, now what do we do?
Right when it happened, I right away got the mindset, okay, it's happened, it's done. I can't feel sorry for myself anymore. Because I've heard, if you feel better about yourself and feel that you're going to make it back, then it'll come faster.
That's good.
After 3 days after surgery, I was moving my foot back and forth. And before, they put you in a cast for 3 months.
You don't want to do it too fast.
It was about the first 4 months where I was just barely doing anything, maybe some handstand walking on the floor and beam and conditioning. Once in a while, I'll be tired and want to go home, but that's when I think your character really comes out, and that's when you get better. I wish I could be out there now, but can't yet, so. It was hard just to be patient with it, because I was like, okay, I think I've been patient enough. Let's just do my routines now.
After months of rehab and several one-event exhibitions, Courtney was more than ready for a full 4-event competition. In May, she was in Houston for an international invitational at the Karolyi Training Center. She was all the way back.
9-5-2-5. It was important for me just because it was my first time competing all 4 and under a little more pressure than normal.
I didn't want her to go back into USA Championships with the pressure of a reigning champion crown behind her. We needed to get our feet wet.
She needed to convince us that she's back, and she did just exactly that.
First place at the Karolyi event means that a dream that was dashed can now live again, to go to Athens in 2004. On his face, because he did his job. 9-6 on the bars. Courtney Kupets now on the balance beam.
And Al, not only has she made an amazing comeback, but she actually can win this national championship. Her routines are that deep, they're that strong. She is unbelievably ready for this event.
Next starting off on floor exercise for Gym Cats will be Tasha Schweiker.
Beautiful layout combination.
One thing Courtney does so well on balance beam when she's working her routines is she never questions her moves. She moves so quickly from one element to the next. No hesitation.
The defending champion was tied for first after the first rotation.
Al, she, unlike Anya Hatch, was a member of that gold medal winning team, even though she didn't compete in the finals where the USA came home with the gold. Because she competed in the first day, she was a world team member.
And her coach Kelly actually brought the medal home to Courtney. Just kind of gave it to her at the gym.
Yeah, I said, have you put it on yet? She said, nope, not yet.
See anything there that should change the standings?
Nothing at all.
She was aggressive.
I know you said it almost tricky, but you tightened it up. It was good. No, it was nice.
Yeah. She's totally in the zone. She is so committed to doing well here at the Nationals. So aggressive. This, of course, could cause some concern for that ankle, the Achilles, but no problem.
A lot of athletes, they're able to come back, but they always have big score there. That is huge, 9-7-2-5.
Biggest number we've seen so far. Now, judging from the sound of both of your voices, Tasha Schweikert was better on the beam than you thought she was going to be based on practice.
Much better. I didn't think she'd stay on, to be perfectly honest.
Well, and we really haven't seen any routines from Tasha. We don't know what to expect. It's been so long since she's competed. She's watered down her routine a tad bit. This isn't as difficult as she would like it to be.
Suffering from an Achilles tendon problem as Courtney Kupets.